Hello everyone, welcome to the town of legendary hospitality. I'm your host Brenda Kimbi representing Kani TV Cameroon. Today we will be celebrating how to turn ideas into great ventures. Until next time, stay tuned, don't touch that dial.
Yes, my name is Roland Formundam, and one of the organizers of the Ideas to Ventures workshop holding place here in Boya on May 5th and 6th at the Chariot Hotel. Well, the idea was inspired by the mere fact that we want to be able to inspire people who convert ideas into ventures. Because for the longest time, we realized that young Cameroonians are so inspired entrepreneurially, but again, many of them just don't finish it. So the simple fact that we are unable to get many growth ventures or business ventures, whereas there are opportunities, it means there is some disconnection. So what Ideas to Ventures seeks to do is, one, enables them to start thinking entrepreneurially. Two, takes them through the process of taking an idea into a product. And then three, being able to convert that product to make it marketable. And then four is the fact that we have access to investors or funders who are able to take these ideas, put money on them, and then can catalyze that into anything that becomes a blockbuster. So it is the first time it's been organized in Cameroon, and we are certainly proud to have been the organizers. And again, we are even more happy to see that we are able to do something of this nature, which tomorrow we can point back to and say, hey, it wasn't about a university that you went to, but it was about a workshop that changed everything you had learned over the years into what now has become one of the largest or biggest companies in the country. And not only being profitable, but also ensuring that there is a lot of impact acquired from it.
So I want us to see how we can take this bushmeat business into a venture. Who's ready? Who's ready? If you're ready, clap for that idea. So we're going to see how we're going to take this bushmeat business into a venture. And we're going to have like very perspective regarding this one. Cool? Yeah. Cool. Okay, next. Okay, so with a new idea, people don't always know what they want until they see it, until they try it, and until they experience it. I lie though. As Sarah said, we don't know what we don't know. How do we know what we don't know? And how do we know what we know? We see it, we try it, and we experience it. Let's go.
What was that light bulb moment for you? What inspired you? What gave you that go ahead to come up with such a project?
Okay, my inspiration was built on the philosophy of creativity, dream, create, innovate. You know, there are a lot of youths out there right now. They dream, they have big dreams, they have big ideas. They don't know how to develop those ideas into sustainable ventures. So the philosophy of creativity now helps them using 10 ideas to ventures, helps them now to drive from those ideas, from those dreams into sustainable ventures.
Okay, so the person we have now, the individual we have now, is not a result of the moment, it's a result of so many years gone by. If there is something Carlson wants to say to his younger self 10 years ago, what would it be?
Something Carlson will say to his younger self of 10 years ago will be not to give in to fear.
So
Not to give in to fear.
So fear is not a factor.
Yeah, fear is not a factor. It should never be a factor.
It should never be a factor.
Yeah, it should never be a factor.
Okay, so Carlson, it is also important to consider all those watching because not everybody was able to make it for the conference.
Okay.
What can you say to all those watching across the globe, be it in Africa, be it around the world, be it in the Caribbean and all that? What can you say to them who have ideas, who are having challenges to turn them into great ventures, who are having problems with networking, who are having problems with funding, financial sources and all that? What can you say to them?
Okay, to all of those who are watching right now and to those who are listening to me right now, what I can tell you is if you have a dream, if you have an idea, don't relent on that. First thing first is to believe you can. Because it is said, he who says he can and he who says he cannot, both of them are correct. So which are you? Choose wisely.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. 10 minutes into your presentation, you gave such an insightful presentation. I was really having great ventures into my mind. So what we want to know, Roland, the Canny Crow, is what lights you up? Because the moment you took the mic, everything was different. Like the whole, I saw curious minds wanting to know more. Like what lights you up?
Well, it's the fact that an inspiration.
Yeah.
You get to a point where you feel you have to be the conveyor of a particular message. I mean, my journey to this point has been very, very challenging, but I have been blessed in so many ways, which of course, I believe that the only way my blessings could continue to proliferate is if and when I continue to be able to share that and enable others to have a similar mentality and even successes like I do. So again, it's something that comes from inside, and understanding that once you can create value, you share value, then you can build a lot of value amongst people. And what we are all striving for in this world today is to have a world where we can always be able to cultivate and share value amongst us all, irrespective of what background we come from, what political affiliation, what religion, what family, whatever. As long as we're here living on earth, under one roof, one God, I believe that we have that obligation to create and share value with one another.
Definitely. But looking at a case study like Cameroon, a country where we are, there's been a lot of conferences, purpose building programs and all that. What do you think is a pull factor? What is actually making some youth not give a step much more ahead? Because it doesn't just end in attending the conferences, and there's also the execution. So what do you think is that pull factor rather than the push factor?
Yes, I think what we have done, well, not thinking, what we have done separately that has not been done before is that we have everything on one platform. We are more of a one-stop shop. So from start to finish, what do I mean? Most people will tell you about how to come up with an idea, how to manage an idea, but again, they are unable to take you to the point where you actually execute that. The fact that all of us who are speakers are entrepreneurs who have business, we speak from experience, not just from classroom lectures, exposed to others, not trying to take away the life from them. But I think we have to get to the point where we start to do these things right. Secondly, we are also coming with a network of investors who are interested in so many ideas and who have been investing in so many other places. So again, all that we're trying to do here is make sure that we can energize ideas, make people to be able to see how they can build those ideas, and then we'll connect them to a point where they can actually raise funding to execute those ideas. And that's what we do need. And of course, we are not just looking to let them go after that. It's create a network of change makers, nation builders, people who together we can work collectively on a common platform and see how we can continue to drive our different purposes to achieve the goals that we have to achieve.
Great. So one of the biggest lessons I learned while you were doing your presentation is your net worth determines your net worth. That is very powerful. It's insightful. And we strongly believe that one hand can't do something. We need two hands to be able to do something. So do you believe that, or do you think that youths come together for the right reasons, or is it just that they have misplaced priorities that they just can't take them out?
No. There are no misplaced priorities. I think the environment is not enabling enough for them to do their very best.
Okay.
There's been a lot of malpractices, there's been a lot of misconceptions. A lot of people organize this event just because they're trying to make money and get away with a number of things. I think the youths in Cameroon are very oriented in being able to become change makers. But of course, giving them the right tools is what they do miss. And again, they have that. That is why you would see them attending almost any event that they hear, because they are hungry for that knowledge. But when you don't have the right people giving them the right knowledge, or giving them the right knowledge in a very wrong setting, then again, it's just as bad as it could be. So I believe that it's not an issue of misplaced priorities. It's just the right people doing the right thing in the right way for the right people.
Powerful. Roland Formundam is a great name. We can't just relate it or cut it down just to ideas and to ventures. So we want to know a little more about who Roland Formundam is, because I know of the greenhouse, I know you do so many things. So we want to know so much more apart from what we know already?
Sure. Well, Roland Formundam is the brain behind Greenhouse Ventures, which is Cameroon's premier sustainable agricultural company. We introduced greenhouses in the country 4 years ago, and we've been expanding beyond Cameroon since then. I'm also a regional partner for a venture capital firm based out of Dubai called Faster Capital that provides funding or technical partners to startup companies. And I have other business ventures that I also promote. I have Youth Action Africa, which is a non-profit arm of one of the things I do, and it seeks to spread entrepreneurship knowledge throughout the country. We also have SAFAM, which is also on that same platform, finding ways to build entrepreneurship spaces in the different, more in rural areas. So I think that's a little bit of a few things that I
And we
have
can
going
go on and on and on and on.